Hey there, welcome back everybody. This time we're gonna be doing another video on screen tech. I'm still getting a ton of questions on why I use screens, what screens should I use, mostly just why I'm using them. So I'm gonna do one more video on it, kind of do a little bit better of an explanation this time, and then hopefully if anybody sees any comments about screen tech in the future, you could either point them in the direction of this video or just let them know. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to be going in on some more of that amazing Tahoe OG 6-star, and somebody asked what kind of screens I use. I do sort of prefer to use some titanium screens like this. My problem with them is that they're tiny, and I know they make 1-inch titaniums. They're out of stock every time I go to order them, or they have a punch through the middle. I don't need a punch through the middle. So this is the titanium screens that they sell in most spots. I think they're 5/8 or 3/8 or something like that. Which are great. I think titanium screens work great for having really good hash and not melt through the screen. But what you guys see me dabbing on usually is a 1-inch brass screen. And I know the hash police are going to come and roll me over for this, but they're cheap. I suggest anybody on a budget could get them. Or if you just can't find titanium screens, I'm sure stainless works also. I think what people are worried about when it comes to screens and hash is obviously the degassing of the metal, and I do believe brass has a very, very high melting point, even though it's a soft metal. So the degassing has to be, I imagine you have to reach a pretty high temperature to get any kind of reaction off of it. And the reason I say stainless is probably okay too is, I mean, we're putting these on top of maybe, I don't know, I want to say the nail is like 400 degrees. And I don't think any metal that we would use for screen degasses at 400 degrees, so just wouldn't really worry about it. I think what people don't like about the brass screens is it's soft metal, so when you go to clean it off with a torch, it's gonna like crumple and fold into itself because it's like starting to melt. So I think that's the problem. If you melt them off nice and easy, it works fine. I'm working on getting a new titanium screen for sure. A 1-inch this time. I'm gonna buy a pack of them. They're not cheap either. But let's take a hit off of the titanium screen. Cheers, everybody. Hope that wasn't too long-winded. Nice little hit. Definitely effective. All right, some of the other questions I get about screens is why I use screens, period. And I don't, I was watching one of Brent Maverick's videos, and he was saying that he likes to do the really good hash directly on the nail because it's so good, it doesn't leave any residue, and then, maybe some lower grade like 3-star you put on a screen because it helps it melt and you can take the residue off the nail, and that is some of it. But I'm kind of thinking the opposite. Like, I would rather dab lower grade hash directly on the nail and just have to clean off the residue as opposed to really good hash I like to put really good hash on the screen and you know, watch it bubble, and when the hit's done, you can just take the screen away, and no matter how little residue's on there, there's still a couple of plant waxes that are naturally in the hash that I think when they reach a temperature give a undesirable flavor. So that is one of the main reasons I like to use a screen. I'm able to remove that screen and the flavor is phenomenal. So the key one is it tastes better, it's a lower temp, and it's controlled heat. You know, one of the other things that I think is great about having the screen on there is I love to see the bubbles. I think there's a bigger full melt reaction that you can see on there when you know, when you take a hit. So just seeing the bubbles is good enough. And as far as the lower grade on the nail, I think that it doesn't, when you dab it, even if you lower the temp, there's a point where it stops tasting like yummy chronic and starts tasting like burnt hash. So keeping it on the screen, I think, helps that. But when it's lower grade hash, you know, you can carb cap it, and it really doesn't matter because it's not going to taste amazing, I don't think, either way. So just dabbing it straight on the nail, that's what I do most of the time when I'm dabbing straight on the nail. Is, you know, usually like a 3-star or a B grade sift. I love doing the B grade on just rolling little balls and just dabbing it straight on the nail. Let's see. All the other questions are kind of silly. Somebody actually asked me if I have ever done a Jermichael before, or what that was. This is a Jermichael. The Screen Tech is a Jermichael. I think it was made by the CCC 420. They just coined the phrase Jermichael from Michael Bublé, or I don't know what the story exactly is, but it's just something that somebody said that stuck. And I actually prefer to use the term Screen Tech, but you know, if somebody says Jermichael to me, obviously I know what it is. It's just putting hash on a screen and smoking it the way I do. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I think I covered everything. If you guys have any other questions or comments about the Screen Tech, go ahead and leave it down below. I will definitely read all the comments and answer any questions there. If I forgot something, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below too, and maybe I'll put it in another video or something. I mean, you can even leave why you like Screen Tech or don't like it down below. Definitely interested in what everybody else's preferences are, and that's what this really is. It's about personal preference, I think. This is just how I prefer to smoke the hash. I mean, most of my hash friends don't really do the Screen Tech every time. They'll do it, you know, with me, or they're just lazy and they just want to get stoned, so they'll just dab it because it is a little bit more work. But still, just personal preference. If you enjoy smoking hash the way you smoke hash, continue to do it that way, and maybe just give a Screen Tech a try. You know, once in a blue moon. Alright, I got another hit for you guys here. And this time it is on this nice little screen, or a big screen I should say. And it is a considerably bigger hit. Well, cheers. There we go. That looks great. Holy cow. Oh, amazing. Amazing. amazing flavor. So tasty. Oh. Yeah. Definitely need a bigger screen. Take bigger hits. I do have one 1-inch titanium screen coming, but I don't know what it's supposed to get here. Yeah. God, that Tahoe was amazing. Whew. Don't forget, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it down in the description. But it's Mr. Nice Guy 710 with underscores where all the spaces are supposed to be. Jesus. That is the crippler. No troubles when you're smoking them bubbles, boy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.